I'm Revolutionary Cowboy, and today I'll be reviewing Triple H, The Game, or also known as, well, I'll let Mr. Lemmy let y'all know who this man is. Alright, this is my first WWE Mattel Entrance Greats figure review, and of course it is of Triple H, The Game, or the King of Kings. And for those of you who were not familiar with the Entrance Greats, which was a very short-lived set, and I believe there was only 8 figures. Each figure pretty much came into look based off their appearance at maybe a pay-per-view, or like a debut appearance, maybe. I mean, obviously, you can tell Triple H here. This is his appearance from WrestleMania 22. Take a look at that display stand. And of course, since I mentioned he is the King of Kings, he is in his King of King attire that he wore at WrestleMania 22, where he challenged John Cena for the WWE Championship. And it's kind of a barbarian king look. Get a look at that head right there. He's got his crown with his necklace. He has this kind of furry cape. He's got his loincloth on with the knee pads that were made exclusively for this outfit. There's some gauntlets tied under it. And his boots. Now, of course, that's what he wore to the ring. Now we're going to take the attire off. So first, starting with the crown. We'll take that off. Take off his cape, his necklace. Then next, we'll take off the loincloth, which comes off in the back. There's a little tab that holds it together. And then the last thing we take off are his gauntlets. If I can get off. This one might be glued on, I don't know, because I bought this at the flea market. I didn't get it in retail. I sadly missed out on all these figures in retail. Or I just didn't have interest in buying them at the time. Okay. So there you go. So as you can see, it's not more than Triple H in basic attire. Other than the knee pads, those actually you can't really take off unless you take the boots off, but to take the boots off you have to remove the boots by boiling them in hot water. I'm not going to do that unless I was going to do a custom. And it's just basic style Triple H. Would have been cool if it would have been an elite, like the Defined Moments maybe, but especially since, you know, the Defined Moments were elite. And usually only elites come with clothing as accessories. So it's kind of weird that the Entrance Greats were basic. But, oh well, it's not too bad. Of course, Triple H, you know, was long hair he had at the time. Nowadays he has short hair. Black elbow pads. One hand has full wrist tape going over his hand. The other one's just on the wrist. Of course, he's got that King of Kings, you know, kind of logo on his trunks on the front, and then like a cross with, you know, his initials on the back. There's knee pads again. Take a look at the boots. Then articulation, we're going to take him off the stand real quick. Now he's not as tall. He has the typical head movement, you know, back and forth like that. Articulation at the shoulder, the bicep twist, single joint in the elbow, which is hindered a slight bit because of the elbow pad. movement at the wrists, and a hinge at the wrists. And of course, same with the other arm pretty much. This one's open, so he could hold a sledgehammer either hand, I guess. This one would be the better hand, though. This one he could probably just choke somebody with. Movement at the waist. And then, of course, just the basic leg articulation. Like I said, it would have been better if this would have been an elite, but it's still not a bad figure. Then single jointed knees. Once again, like with the arms, the elbow pads and the knee pads kind of hinder movement. The boot swivel. And once again, same with the other leg. And then ankle articulation. Now finally, of course, along with his accessories that he wears, here's a display stand. Now in the beginning of the video, I only played a portion of the song, but there's a little switch down here. So you don't run down the battery, because there's a battery right here. And I don't know if these little batteries are easy to replace compared to, you know, triple A's or double A's. Maybe it's a Triple H battery. Now, but all joking aside, switch right here. There's like X and Y, I believe. I don't know if you guys can see that. So you switch it down from the X to Y, and now you can play the full theme song. Here's the audio. Switch it right here. Bow down to the king. So there you guys go. And once again, if you don't want to play the full song, just switch it back from Y to X. And it's just a little preview of the song. And of course, you can stand them on there, and you can display them any way you want. Whether it's with the attire, or you know, the entrance attire, or without it. Honestly, it looks better with the attire on, since it's supposed to be an entrance great. I mean, there you guys go. Of course, we're gonna put his attire back on, his entrance gear back on. Let's try not to screw this up again this time. Gotta put the gauntlets back on. Holes over the pegs. If I could do it right this time. Because I had the hardest time getting it off. Okay, well, I can't get it back on. Damn it. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I actually had to put his gauntlets back on off camera, because I'm not gonna lie, they were pretty hard to put back on because of these stupid freaking pegs. I mean, seriously, they were a bitch. Excuse my language, and I was cussing a little bit trying to get them back on. That was hard. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's because I bought mine, you know, from the flea market, since somebody else owned this before me. I don't know if I would have had that same problem if I bought it new in retail, but whatever. I got them back on, and good thing of mine is a display piece, even though it's fun to play with and all, but I'm not going to take those off again. If I do, they're going to stay off, because it was frustrating to get those things back on. Okay, speaking of stuff we're going to put back on, we're going to put his cape on again. And of course, it's best to put it on first, then put on the necklace, because the cape don't stay on very well by itself. I don't know if there's a piece missing or not, but honestly, it stays on very well if you have the necklace over it. If you have the necklace under it, it don't stay on as well. And finally, the King of Kings needs his crown. And here we go. And King of Kings is now ready to sit on his throne. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this review, despite the little blunder in the middle with the gauntlets. I did not expect that to happen, and I hope it never happens again. If I do get bored and decide to play with it or something, but I won't, because, like I said, mine is more of a display piece. And if you want a basic to display, usually just better to get Series 1 Triple H or get an Elite maybe that are, whether it has the clothing or not. But otherwise, very nice figure, and I hope to do more Entrance Great reviews pretty soon. I would have rather this be an Elite, but I'm fine with it being basic. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's just going to be in that pose anyway. So let me know what you guys thought of this figure. Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Do you own it? Would you like to own it? Obviously, you're not going to get to own mine because I'm not selling mine unless I ended up getting a second one in the package or something. But other than that, these are pretty hard to find anyway. It sucks that Mattel discontinued these after they didn't do so well in retail, but hopefully they'll consider doing this concept again someday. And we'll see other people like John Cena, maybe. He didn't appear in the set, and he was supposed to, and many others. Of course, The Rock, I have him, and I also have the $1 Million Man, and I also have Piper, and I have Mysterio, even though I don't have the Mysterio's base yet. But as soon as I get around to it, I'll review them, along with every other figure in my collection. That's an Elite, a Basic, Defined Moments, Legends, and so on and so on. As always, thanks for watching. Feel free to rate this video, leave your comments, and subscribe for more WWE figure reviews, TMNT, Power Rangers, and whatever else I have the chance to review. As always, I'm Revolutionary Cowboy. Rock on and keep collecting.